Dino, Jack and Ash.
Just warming up. Warming up, gang.
Get the vocals ready.
Dennis, you there, Dennis?
Hey, how you going?
Oh, good, Dennis. This is going to be good.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownies.
25K missing word.
It wouldn't be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without
Dennis, how long have you been thinking of this word?
What was that, sorry?
How long have you been thinking of this word, or have you just come up with it this morning?
No, I've had two in the chamber, so I've been tossing up between two of them. So I'm going to try one today, and then hopefully if it doesn't work, we'll try again.
Thank you for that, Dennis. And what about your weekend, old Den?
It was pretty rowdy. Got on the drinks Saturday night, so yeah.
Oh!
Were you celebrating something in particular?
No, just decided to have a night out.
Just cause.
Here we go, Den. Here we go. What do we got here?
It wouldn't be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without
Multi.
A multi.
Oh, I like
multi
that.
is Dennis's guess. Oh, Dennis, you stuffed it, brother. You stuffed it.
Oh, no. That's
sorry,
okay.
have a good day. You could win 10K for getting on the radio. Anything else you
And
got?
hey, you've still got another word up your sleeve, so you can call back another time. Give it another
Exactly.
crack.
Yeah, I definitely will.
See you, brother. Good. Have a good day, Dennis.
24 years old and being called Dennis is a vibe.
What do you think about that, Dennis?
Yeah, I can get around it.
Yeah.
Well, it's your name, so I
Yeah.
suggest you do.
Is it a family name or?
No, it's a Turkish name, so yeah. I wish it was after Dennis Walter, but unfortunately it's not.
Sad.
Oh, fine choice. Or Comedy, you know. We're two of the greats. Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, true.
What do you mean Dennis was a Turkish name? That's so interesting.
Well, let's go back to Dennis.
Yeah, it means ocean in Turkish, so yeah, I'm not sure how my parents landed on that one, but
That's actually really lovely.
Thank you, Dennis.
Can you
Dennis.
swim, Dennis?
all I get is Dennis the Menace, so
Yep.
yeah.
Good shot.
All right, Den, can I hang up on...
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
hang
we're
up
good,
on
we're
him
good,
now.
Have a good
Bye,
one,
Dennis.
Den.
Bye,
There he
Dennis.
goes, old Den. Oh, I miss him. I watched White Chicks yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I still love that movie.
Same, man.
I don't care what people say. I know it might be a little,
It's a guilty pleasure.
on the line in 2022, but it's a great film.
White Chicks is heaven.
You should get your knees done.
Yes. Hello, caller on ending in 064. Have you ever seen White Chicks?
He said, watch it.
Oh, God, I'm not even going to
No.
indulge
No.
that one. Anyway, from White Chicks.
Tune.
The Great Woman.
Vanessa something?
It's a suburb. Carlton.
Yes.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound.
Oh, man, from the year I graduated.
Is that right?
Yeah, Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles.
Great song.
From White Chicks.
I watched this about a month ago now. After a date, a night out, we went home and put this on, and I fell asleep.
You went on a date.
One of the great stories, Jack.
Accidental date, but it put me to sleep.
White Chicks, man. The scene where Terry Crews sings that is absolutely phenomenal.
So good.
I need to go back and watch it because it's one of those movies that I think I may have only seen in snippets.
Terry Crews is he's a huge guy, like a NFL football size African American actor, and he sings it in full in the song. And they did that in one take because I've read up on this because I'm obsessed with that scene. He learnt every single lyric. They didn't expect him to know it that well, so he just did the whole thing. And then what you see in the movie is the one take they did. How good.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
And his facials, it's just his facials in it are amazing.
It absolutely kills me. I mean, a lot of that film is dog shit, but
Yeah.
it makes me feel good.
Oh, you got to go watch it today. I think
Okay.
it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I'll do that this Arvo.
Let's go to Phillip Island. David, what do you reckon? What do you want?
Just looking forward to a big weekend, mate. We've got the Grand Prix coming up here, so you started already on Sunday with the blessing of the bike, so it's going to be a big event.
So it's 5:42 on a Monday morning and you're already looking forward to the weekend. I love that.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you the mayor, David? Are you the mayor? That's a good spruik.
Sorry, what was that?
Are you the mayor?
No, definitely not the mayor, mate. Definitely not the mayor.
Hey, David, because I don't know anything about the motorcycle Grand Prix. Is this like a worldwide thing? Is this like a big-ass event?
It's a big-ass event, mate. I think they're expecting about 150,000 people there.
Wow.
So it's huge.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about the
It'll
motorcycle
sink
Grand
Phillip Island,
Yeah, I know.
150,000 people. David, did you watch Bathurst over the weekend?
I did watch Bathurst, mate. Yeah, it was a good race. Not a good result, Ford not winning, but yeah, it's a good day.
Do you wear Ford and Holden T-shirts abusing the other car company?
No, don't go that far, mate.
Because there's nothing like Christmas at my house when my uncle pulls out his Ford's Piss on Holden's T-shirt.
Wow. See, that it's not a world that
They
I've
piss on the mash.
I've never really been exposed much to it, so I can't get my head around the rivalry.
My dad's side of the family, him and his brothers, go full bogan for Bathurst. Dad went to Queensland to watch it with his brothers, and I got a picture of them in like their Ford and Holden singlets, and I just wanted to disassociate.
Wow, so
from my
you were
family.
adopted.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
David,
Yeah.
so every year at Phillip Island, I really am so ignorant about this. So it's a huge thing.
It's a huge thing. We haven't had one the last 3 years because of COVID, but it is absolutely massive. The whole island stops, and yeah.
All right, one day I'm going to come check it out.
Yeah.
They should
And,
bring like a Hemsworth back to be an ambassador.
He should be, yeah.
Are there bands and stuff?
Sorry, there are bands and stuff. There's been bands all weekend. There's bands all down the street last night, and it's basically started from yesterday. So, blessing of the bikes would have been probably 5 to 10,000 bikes come down.
Yep.
Any big names playing?
Playing.
Any big names?
Yeah, like the bands that are playing.
Oh, I think you were referring to the races.
Oh, no, I think they're just all the
Drivers.
chocolate starfish and not
Whoa. You said chocolate starfish?
Chocolate starfish played last night, yesterday, yes.
Yes! Anyone?
Nah.
Chocolate
Jack?
starfish? No idea. It sounds like a sex move.
Oh, my God. Hey, David, we're old as shit. These two are just looking at us.
How would you expect me to know chocolate starfish? I'm looking at a photo of the band now. My mum sings this to me.
I was talking to a friend the other day. We went out for a few drinks and she said, I've got something to tell you. Had a bit of a nightmare the other day. So she hooked up with a guy after a night out, went back to his, had a bit of fun. She was in a bit of a rush to get home. And in her rush to get home, he was like, oh, I'll make sure, I'll grab your number, pop your number in my phone. And she's like, no. You pranked me earlier. It's okay. I've got it. So she rushed out the door, went home. Later, I guess the next day, she started messaging him, and it was a little bit saucy, a bit of back and forth. And then he said something that made her go, hang on, who am I actually talking to here?
Oh.
It's something he said just threw her, and she thought, this doesn't sound like the guy. And she said, hang on, did I meet you at Public House the other night? And he said, no, I'm your Uber driver.
Yes. Yes.
And he'd been like calling her at 4 a.m. and things like that. Like there had been a bit of back and forth, and it was a bit of hey you up kind of stuff. So it turned out it was her Uber driver. So now she's going, okay, great, because she'd like nearly missed her Uber, so her Uber driver had called her. So she thought that number was the guy that she'd ended up going home with. So she's going, okay, now I need to try and find this guy. How do I figure out, a way to contact him? Because
Which guy? The guy she slept with or the Uber?
No. The guy she had actually slept with.
Yeah.
She didn't want to, continue things with the Uber driver. So now she needs to try and find this guy. And she's racking her brain and realised, okay, well, I had to book the Uber from his address. So I've got his address.
Smart.
What do I do with that? I'm not going to drive to his place. Like, that's just a bit creepy and stalkerish.
A postcard.
No.
Not bad.
No. So she decided to opt for Airtasker. So she put a job up on Airtasker, paid this girl $15 to write a little note and drop it under this guy's door.
I like that.
Yes. And he thought it was great. He received this note.
Yeah.
I was like, this is fantastic. And so, they were able to get in touch again.
I can already hear like their wedding speech and this love story, this being the start of
You
their love
won't
story.
believe our relationship started in a rocky way.
Well,
Yeah.
that it's actually not traditionally the way she swings. She prefers women, so it kind of...
Well, at their wedding.
Even better.
You won't believe where me and Sally met.
So 13, 24, 10, I want to hear what lengths our listeners have gone to track down a hookup, because I think that's pretty crafty.
Yeah, that is. I love Airtasker too. The use of Airtasker is great.
Airtasker is amazing, but I would never think to do it this way.
No way.
Gardner was just telling us that one of her mates went to obscene lengths to find a hookups number, ordering an Airtasker person to go around to their house due to a series of unfortunate circumstances.
That resulted in sexting with an Uber driver.
I mean,
I'm here for that. That's fun.
both are adventures, aren't they?
I mean, we've all been there, right?
Right.
Michaela, what do you got?
So, pre-COVID, I worked on a cruise ship as a performer, and we were traveling around like the Bahamas and everything, and we had stopped in the Bahamas for one day, and there was another ship docked with us, and like a couple of like the performers from my ship, we were doing like a photo shoot for the company, Royal Caribbean, and the other ship, there was a couple of crew members that was doing it as well. So we're all like just sitting at the beach, just drinking and, you know, having a good time. And I met this other guy on this ship called Josh. And, like, we're just talking, and he was really lovely. But I really didn't get any other information because we were super busy. And then we had to go back to the ship. And I was like, oh, my God, I didn't get any contact details. Like, when we were over there, like, I didn't really have a SIM. So all I was using was either WhatsApp or, like, Instagram. And so I was like, oh, my God, how am I going to get this person's, like, information? So we had an idea where you can have a look at different, like, cruise ships, like, manifests and people's information, like crew members' information on other ships. So me and my friends went and, like, searched through this whole entire manifest or this whole entire information of the other ship for crew members, and we were, like, scouring through pages and pages, and I knew what department he worked in. So I found the department, found his name, and found him on Instagram, and, yeah.
And then we...
Did you guys...
And then we...
I didn't get to see him afterwards.
Oh, God damn it.
Hey, Michaela, are the cruise ships, like, as when you're working on them, does it get pretty horny?
Yeah, 100%.
With the people, with the crew or people that are on the cruise ship, like patrons?
Technically, like, you can't mingle with
but come on,
like,
come on.
guests,
Come on.
but crew members, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Thanks for calling, mate. Hey, Michaela.
Are you
Oh,
alive?
thank you.
It's the early show with Dino, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.
Oh, wow. So $1 million Island, is that another horny dating show, do you reckon?
No, it's not a horny dating show. It's like a survival show.
Okay.
Basically, they have to survive on an island.
And one of the contestants has gone, look what I found.
Someone's located asbestos.
Holy shit.
So they've had to hit pause on that. They're now looking for another location.
Wow.
The guy hosting that is Ant from SAS.
Ant from SAS.
You know
Gotcha.
the redhead guy?
Ant Middleton.
Yeah.
There's something about him I find so intriguing. Like
He is.
I've listened to a few podcasts with him, and he's done some pretty amazing stuff.
He looks like someone that would just eat the asbestos. He wouldn't care.
Oh no, he'd be rolling around in it.
Yeah, he's tough.
Roll with it. Just call it Asbestos Island and just change the sign.
Whoever survives that.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I wonder which show will be less successful, $1 Million Island or The Love Boat?
The Love Boat. It's the early show on Nova 100. I was having whiskey with my friend Sean over the weekend, enjoying this song by the New Radicals. 1998, so... Jackie, you're still running around the house, just running into shit at this age.
It's my first memory of a song. My neighbours used to play it, yeah.
I've never seen Jack more excited or animated about anything.
It got so popular, this song, and this was still in CD times, which means, Ash, a lot of money for the boys.
Well, that's CD cash.
The iconic video of just running around a mall in a bucket hat, just being yourself,
Sick.
you know. Nothing says
This is
independence.
inspirational.
Yeah. So this guy, Greg Alexander, wrote this song, and then the band broke up just before it released. And then
Really?
it took over the world so they never got to enjoy its success on the road.
So they would have never got to go and do like a sunrise gig.
No,
on the morning
they
show.
never met Koshi.
Oh,
No, they never got to pan across the room and see Koshi clapping out of time. But yeah, they got into a fight before it was released. They'd done the video, and then it's all done.
What?
That's wild, hey? What? Everyone had a copy of this damn song in 1998.
And they couldn't make peace for the sake of this.
Couldn't make peace, actually.
Do we know what the fight was over?
No, I don't know that.
okay.
But then the bucket hat boy, Greg Alexander, just went to write pop songs for other people, became one of those people, which is a sick job. You just get to stay at home, tossing around songs in your head. But yeah.
And I wonder before, obviously I'd be too young, did they have any other big tunes before this one, or was this it?
This is it.
Yeah, okay.
One and done.
Their second single never took off, and apparently the word frenemies was invented in this song. So there you go.
An absolute tune. A great karaoke song too.
Yeah.
Because you just have to yell it. You don't even need to. You don't
That
even
works
need,
for me.
And when you're drunk and shouty, everyone can get on board.
Yeah.
I want to hear the second song that didn't take
all right.
off.
Well, I'll try and find what it is. It's called. Look, I'll find it and we'll play it after the ads.
What do we think could be such a serious fight that you couldn't get over it?
I agree, because usually in a circumstance like that, I would imagine you'd all be pulled into a room with management or the record label and say, hey guys, you just need to smile and just toughen up for 3 months to do a bit of PR, make some coin, do some interviews, just to sort of promote this. Although maybe it didn't need promoting.
Because at the end of the day, it's work, right? So you just have to front up, do your job, and then you can go home separately. You don't all have to live together and get on.
But at the end, when he's mentioning all artists like Courtney Love and Marilyn Manson, apparently Marilyn Manson threatened to crack his skull open. Because, he was...
That's very on brand.
That time Marilyn Manson was Mr. Scary, but really he's a big nerd. I don't think he could hurt anyone, Marilyn Manson. Anyway, fascinating song that just burnt bright and was gone forever.
Wow.
And I was 13. Ash?
Yeah, I would have been about 11 then. Cool. Yeah.
I'm going to find that other single
Yeah,
now.
please.
But 13, 24, 10, if you've got any interesting music tidbits, doesn't have to be about that song, any song, we'll take it. On the weekend, I got obsessed again with this old banger from the New Radicals. I was telling these guys that they broke up before that, took off and took over the world. Like, imagine you one hit and you blew up the band. It's nuts.
I was just giving them a Google. Did they perform at Biden's inauguration?
I think they might have reformed 20 years later for that.
Just for that?
Yeah, because Biden used it in his campaign.
And apparently it was his son's fight song when he was battling cancer.
Oh, no shit.
So that's sort of the reason, that's the only reason that Greg Alexander said that they would reform and sing it.
There you go.
The second single that didn't do as well, I've got it for you, Ash. She requested it. And now listen to the lyrics here. It's powerful stuff. It's called Someday We'll Know, and have a listen.
Did the captain of the Titanic cry? Someday we'll know if love can move a mountain. Someday we'll know why the sky is blue.
Still got the bucket hat.
I love the bucket hat.
There's no horseplay in a mall,
Nah.
And did the captain of the Titanic cry? That is...
I'm going to say yes.
That's beautiful stuff.
Good question, though.
Well, according to the movie, he just went back to the steering wheel and just saw that water come, you remember?
Yeah.
Shane, you got some musical tidbits for us this morning?
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
Hello.
So Coolio, rest in peace, the good man, Gangster's Paradise, was originally sampled off an old Stevie Wonder song called Pastime Paradise.
All right, I've got a bit here for a Shane to enjoy.
Been wasting most of that time glorifying days long gone behind.
Yeah, wow.
Been wasting most of that days in remembrance of ignorant soul dispraised.
Wow, it's almost a bit...
It sounds really stripped back and raw.
Yeah.
Like a bit high school.
Almost like an acoustic version.
Yeah.
Sounds like something I'd enjoy on an island holiday.
And there's a random video on YouTube you can find where they're actually doing both songs.
Yeah, I've got it here. Have a listen.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Going on in the kitchen, but I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me, and they can't understand it. How can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck for. Been spending most our lives living in the pastime.
Here's Stevie now.
They've been spending most our lives living in the gangster's paradise.
How good?
Wow.
Yeah.
Ugh, I got chills listening to Stevie.
Shane, you could win 10K for your musical knowledge, friend. Thank you for your call.
Oh, sure, bro. Thank you.
I like Shane.
All right. You guys got anything you want to get off your chest as well?
I've got a real quick bit of porn star news.
Porn star news.
That I feel I need to give you before 6.
Yes, please.
Good morning, Melbourne. On Nova 100, it's the early show as promised. Before that song, Jack has some porn star news. Jack, take it away.
Adriana Chekic, is she a name familiar to either of you?
Adriana.
No.
So she's a
Can't say
massive Twitch streamer.
Yes.
And also an adult film star.
Right.
And she's got a big following online. That's Adriana.
Yep.
And she has broken her back in 2 places.
Oh, boy.
How?
Well, you'd think you'd hear. I reckon
You'd assume.
we should hear about this more often because I think when they're going at it, like there's,
An exotic move.
there's an exotic move. Things could go wrong, and they get creative in those videos. The positions they put
High
themselves
degree
in.
of difficulty.
It's like playing. What's that game I used to love?
Oh, Twister.
Twister.
How good was Twister?
Twister was sick.
What sort of twister were you playing, Jackie?
Well, I was a dancer, so I was flexible, man.
Yeah.
Fair.
I was good at it. Well, Adriana, though, she didn't break her back on the job.
Oh.
She broke her back jumping into a foam pit that was too shallow.
Oh, no.
So
Oh, dear.
on the video, there's video of it. You see her take the leap, and she's really happy. I think she's just finished.
Sorry, but why was she jumping into a foam pit in the first
She was
place?
at TwitchCon.
Yeah,
Right.
So there was like wacky sort of like circus situations and activations happening. And she thought she was being cool in front of like a media scrum. But see here the jump. You see the jump and she executes it well.
Great
but
looking form so far.
it's way too shallow. Oh, great. The video is not good.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So
Oh, dear.
there was, in a foam pit, you imagine there to probably be like at least a meter of those foam bits.
Right.
There's only about a square high
At most.
of foam, and she couldn't get up to walk off. Anyway,
no.
she took to Twitter a day later saying that she broke her back in 2 places and is getting surgery to have a meter rod put in her back.
Man, she's going to sue those bastards.
Yeah.
That foam pit is misleading.
And she's probably now out of work.
She's out of work for at least a year, I'm going to say.
Yeah, she won't be doing any of those wacky moves for a while.
Best of videos.
Wow.
It's the early show with Dino, Jack, and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.
Babu.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Ash, I missed all of your news. I'm really sorry.
Oh, that's
What do I
okay.
need to know?
Lots of rain on the way. There's
Good.
lots of resources on standby just in preparation for flooding. The 20th anniversary of the Bali bombings today. There's a few services being held. There's a service in Kuta at the memorial site. There's also a service in Canberra and one here in Victoria today. But across the country, people will be stopping to reflect on that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, so when does all our rain start? Sydney's been all waterlogged for 11 million years, and now we're about to get all logged up.
Yeah, so it's going to start raining later today into the evening, but tomorrow's when we're set to get a lot of rain, up to 50 mils in Melbourne, and then in other parts of the state, up to 100 millimetres.
Shit!
Yeah.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownies.
25K missing word.
It wouldn't be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without, eh?
All right, Bailey, let's engage in some higher quality small talk before you win all this cash. $25,000 is what the missing word is worth. What did you do last night, Bailey?
Nothing very exciting. Just went to bed very early. Nothing exciting.
Do you read when you go to bed? Do you sit there with your phone glowing in your eyes, stimulating your brain?
Yeah. Sometimes I watch TikTok, but I have to sort of stop myself, or else I'm in like a, watching TikTok for hours.
Hey, how bad is getting stuck on TikTok compared to Instagram, Bailey? Like, it's
I
just
know,
this
it's
vortex.
very addictive. I know.
It's another level of neural stimulation.
It is.
That's
I know, and I'm always like, when it's 7:30 or when it's 8:30, I'm going to stop. But then as soon as it's after that time, I'm like, well, now I have to go for another 10 minutes.
And I could sit here and go, "Oh, it's bad for you," but I'm a moth to that flame.
This is why I haven't downloaded TikTok, because I've heard about this TikTok hole and I'm scared of falling in it.
Come to the
I know,
hole.
everyone's like, you should delete it, but I can't delete it.
Ash, the hole isn't all bad. Just come hang out.
Come into the hole.
Bailey, how long have you been thinking about this word? Do you think you've got it?
I have been thinking about it for a little while, but I hope so.
I hope so too.
What's the process, Jack?
What's going to happen here, Bailey, is Dino is going to play the sentence from Jonathan Brown. He will then play a beautifully put together drum. Well, it's actually
drum roll.
It's a sound
It's
effect.
a drum roll.
It's a live drum roll.
It's a
You
drum
then
roll.
Give us the word. Does that make sense, Bailey?
Yep, that makes
Wouldn't
sense.
be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without a...
Without a...
Bet.
I bet. Oh,
Bet.
mate.
Oh, Bailey, I just explained to you how we do this.
Sorry.
Bailey,
We're going to do this again.
Tripwire Bailey.
Take 2.
you have infuriated me and my colleagues to our core. Wait, how did she stuff it by guessing a previous guess?
She didn't wait for the drum roll to be complete.
Oh, yeah, so maybe come up with a better guess as well.
Oh, I can't think of another guess.
I didn't even hear the guess.
Oh, you didn't?
What was that? Tommy's
Tom,
saying
say
some...
no, Bailey.
legal
Tom's lip
shit.
reading is terrible.
All right, here it is again.
Wouldn't be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without a...
Wait for it.
Bet.
A bet is wrong. A bet couldn't be wrong.
no.
Like Bailey, like 25Ks on the ground, on the line. If it was that easy, it would have gone off in the second damn guess. You know.
I know. Well, I had something else, and then they said that it had already been guessed, and then I was put on the spot, and I couldn't think of anything else.
Who's they? Who's your people giving you the intel?
Tom, I think she's referring to.
Right.
Bailey, I'm sorry you've embarrassed yourself today, but we still love you very much, and you could win 10K for getting on the radio. That's not bad.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Have a good day. Good morning, Melbourne. If you're on the way to the gym, you magnificent stallion, you've done half the work. I was jogging in the car park this morning, just getting up a rich lather of sweat.
Yep.
Trying to avoid my colleagues when they parked.
You're Fitzbo.
Oh, yeah. Hey, podcasting still feels new, but it's like when Serial, one of the first big true crime podcasts, blew up, that was 2014. So we're getting a bit long in the tooth now for podcasts, right? And this Serial podcast, some of you might know what I'm talking about, others not, but I feel like this really kicked off our bloodlust.
Absolutely.
Our thirst for crime.
Yep.
But it's about a young kid called Adnan Syed, who was accused of killing his girlfriend at the time, Haymin Lee, who was largely forgotten. He became sort of like the celebrity of this whole situation. It was easy to forget that a young woman had been effing murdered.
Yeah.
Which is like really awful. Anyway, it got me. They caught lightning with this podcast, and I love the music with it. Like it'd end by the host saying something like a bit interesting, like, "Did curiosity kill the cat?"
Yeah, she had the hook down pat.
Oh, shit. And then this would kick in.
Yeah, I forgot about this.
Love this music, man. It was original, this score, for the series. Anyway.
This reminds me of my time in Shepparton, because I would listen to this when I would drive from Melbourne back to Shep when I lived there, and I'd come down on the weekend to visit. And I'd get home just as this was playing, and I'd sometimes just have to sit in the car
To appreciate
it.
When it kicks
Not
in.
wanting to go inside.
Did the
It's beautiful.
The Serial podcast, because I remember listening to a few. Mind you, I was a lot younger. Did the back end of it get a bit long in the tooth? Like, could they have wrapped it up a bit earlier?
No, not the original one, in my opinion. They released a second series, which wasn't about this case.
Maybe that's what I'm
And that
thinking
didn't
of.
seem to grab people as much.
No.
I don't know why. But
I think because Serial was so multi-layered, and you had Adnan coming in from, she was speaking to him from prison as well and getting his insight, and the friends that were surrounding the whole case. It was really
And then what was the
interesting.
second one? Maybe it's the second one I'm thinking of.
It was
I
a
remember
separate
only getting
case,
couple.
it's about a soldier who went MIA in action.
Right.
But I know, as I said, it just didn't grab people. There's something about Syed, Adnan's personability and his sort of charm and all that you're on his side. But at the back of your mind, you didn't know if he was a friggin' murderer. And then everyone became experts on cell tower pings.
Yes.
The cell tower pings, Ash.
And because they were kids as well.
Oh, it was really, really compelling. Anyway, this morning,
Literally just, an hour or so ago, the charges have been quashed. All the charges against Adnan have been dropped. due to new evidence that's come to light. So,
Wow.
yeah, touch DNA testing on her clothes have wrapped up for the first time, and it's basically found that the DNA samples on her shoes, none of that is linked to Adnan.
That's incredible.
How is this only happening now?
Evidence technology
has progressed.
Has progressed.
Also, at the time, he was initially released a few weeks ago on like a house arrest thing based on the shitty handling of the prosecution.
Yeah.
But now he's proper free.
Yeah.
Proper free, Jack. Like he can go to the shops without a little buzzer on his ankle.
Feeling.
He has served 23 years behind bars. Like Dean just said, the charges were quashed. His conviction was quashed last month. And now it's actually the charges have been dropped altogether.
It's also a bit of a sick reflection on us all that your best chance of being acquitted from murder is by entertaining others. It's pretty effed up.
Yeah.
Like if this kid didn't get this podcast, he might not be free.
Well, it
might have been buried.
It seems to put the heat on people.
I know, but like if you can't get a podcast, you're just going to grow old in jail.
Or if you can't get Kim Kardashian to write a letter to Trump.
Good point.
That too.
What? Dear Donald. Good morning, gang. Now, Blink-182 hold a very special place in my damn heart. Then Tom DeLonge walked out on the band. Yeah. And he likes aliens. And I like aliens. But now Tom is back. And other shit has happened. Travis got into the Kardashian family.
Yeah.
We all know about that.
They've got a foot fetish, which we talked about last week.
Right.
Mark beat cancer, which is wild. And now,
for the first time in almost a decade, they are going on tour.
Big, very big.
So in 2024, to get specific for everyone listening here, they will be performing at Rod Laver Arena on Tuesday, February 13, 2024. Wild, we're already talking about 2024 tours. I know.
Long way away.
I think with Blink... Well, actually, I'm only saying this because I give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's big news.
It is huge.
So they want a big lead up for it.
Yes.
Right.
And my favourite part about the whole announcement of this reunion tour is the Instagram video they shared to announce it.
Oh, okay.
It's quite something.
Oh.
If you go to the Blink-182 Instagram, have a listen.
If I'm being totally honest, I cannot stop thinking about them coming.
I've tried hundreds of different ways to make them come.
Every night, I pray for them to come.
My husband and I would love to watch them come.
If they come, I'm getting hammered.
We would do anything to make them come.
That's right, honey. Anything.
If they come, I'm gonna explode.
Could you imagine all three of them coming?
That'd be sick.
If they're gonna come, I better start stretching.
Wait until I tell my grandkids they're coming.
Oh, they're gonna come!
Guys, they're gonna come!
They're gonna come!
They're coming! They're finally coming!
I ain't that cool in my head. They'll be hanging me quick, reeling back from the dead. Get the rope.
How good's that?
Wow.
Quick poll, who's happy they're coming?
I'm happy they're coming.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Ash, say it.
I'm happy they're coming.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Show some
of course.
enthusiasm.
Yeah, I'm happy they're coming.
Can you believe they're going to come?
It's
I
huge.
can't.
It is
Neither.
huge.
I wonder if Courtney will come too.
The fact
Might come.
The fact they're coming's incredible.
She's coming with her feet as well.
Yes. Those little size fivers.
Oh, man, I remember just singing this to people that are in a garage in high school. It's brooding, this one. Had feeling. Anyway, that's wicked. It's great news. And they're
Huge.
Yes, good morning, Melbourne. Welcome to your... What day is it? Thursday.
It is
Had to check
Thursday. Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, bit of news to cover off before we get to our $25,000 missing word. Dino will be joining us a little later. He'll be in from 6. But this Jetstar flight...
Oh, man. Have you seen the footage?
I have, last night. And it makes me sad to be a Melburnian because it was coming from Melbourne.
Yeah,
It was
to
leaving
Brisbane.
Melbourne. And they got to where, I think, Mansfield, I saw on the flight map before they had to turn around.
Yeah, so yeah, they made it as far as Mansfield, which really isn't that far when you're in a plane. And passengers have said that one of the passengers was a little heated getting onto the plane anyway. So a few of them are a bit annoyed he was let onto the flight anyway. And then obviously the tensions just boiled over, and the footage shows the two men just absolutely throwing haymakers. And then other passengers trying to intervene and pull them apart. It would have been really scary.
It would have, because you don't know how it's going to end. It's fun. I shouldn't say it's funny now, but it's like we can sort of look at it with a comical lens at the moment.
And go, everything ended okay.
But would have been weird being on there.
Terrifying.
And then what's going on with the weather? This is the first time in my sort of 7 or 8 years working at Nova. I had emails and messages last night saying that we, the team, must leave and go home straight after the show due to the weather event.
Yes.
So I know there's heaps of rain, but what else?
Yeah, so a severe weather warning is in place for heavy rainfall and damaging winds, and that's for most of the state, really.
Right.
We are going to see rainfall of up to 60 millimetres and then up to 120 millimetres in some of the higher terrain areas, which is huge falls, and that can lead to flash flooding, which is a real issue. Rochester, which is a town in central Victoria, they are bracing for a 1 in 50-year flood event. So residents there have already been told to evacuate. So they've been sandbagging, getting their homes ready and then getting out, basically. So a major weather event coming through.
On my way in this morning, I saw someone cycling and I was like, wow.
I saw a bloke going for a run.
move.
Yeah, I saw a guy going for a run.
Like, take the morning off. That
Even
stuff,
I was
guys.
shocked by that.
It's Jack and Ash with you. Dino will be back for Chrissy Salmon Brownie at 6. Now, one of my favourite Instagram accounts is Dermois.
You've spoken about this before.
Which is like a celebrity gossip account, but it's they get sent tips, which is what they like to call them, or blinds, where people email or DM them with celebrity gossip, and they sometimes pick a topic or a subject that they want people to write in with. And a couple of nights ago, the topic was celebrity writers.
I love this.
Same, because you get a sort of an insight into how lovely or how difficult the stars are.
And also what some of their preferences were, so it gives an insight into what kind of personality they might be. Yeah.
What was your writer?
So when I performed Coolio's Gangster's Paradise on the ukulele, you guys said, if you want a writer. So I think, to be honest, at that, I knew I'd be super nervous at that time of day, so I wouldn't be able to eat much. So I think it was literally like a muesli bar and a coffee.
Yes, I remember that.
And I don't think I ever got the coffee.
Didn't you?
No.
Oh, no, because I was meant to stop.
Because you were meant to get it, and we can't rely on it.
And I think I was going to make Vic do it. Okay, so here are some of my favourites from Dermois a couple of nights ago. J-Lo.
Yeah.
She has a thing about being on the 14th floor of hotels.
What?
So she would always make her people book the 14th floor.
What if it doesn't exist? What if the tower's not that high?
They must just have to book a hotel that is. She also, there was a few about her. She seems
I reckon she'd be a little high maintenance.
Yeah, I agree. Someone wrote, J-Lo wanting her room painted while she was there for one day. She didn't like the colour.
No.
I respect that.
Do you? I don't. I think that's a bit excessive.
Miley Cyrus, Snoop and JB, I'm assuming Justin Bieber, all wanted their smoke alarms turned off so they could smoke weed.
Really?
Which I don't know if that's, I guess if they're asking you that, you just do it. But surely there's a OH&S issue there.
Yeah.
Another one that I loved was Pink. Her writer specified, this is like a bit like lame. Her writer specified how to cut each of her different fruits and vegetables.
Oh, no.
Surely you get the hotel or venue to provide the fruit and vegetable and you have an assistant or someone do that.
Yes. Yeah, she would have people for that.
Someone wrote here, which I don't know if I believe this one. Brad Pitt requesting his own movies and then watching them.
No.
This one's real weird. Kevin Spacey, who is an interesting character, requested a dog bowl when he didn't have a dog.
What? No, that's creepy.
Maybe there's a fetish there.
Yeah, I think.
So Kevin Hart, he had a lot of positive comments.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah, apparently the most chill celeb ever. And people also writing in saying Kendall Jenner was the nicest Kardashian to work with at hotels. Beyonce wanted her room kept to an exact temperature, never higher or lower by even a degree, which is, I think that's a fair call. I always do that when I go into a hotel or motel.
Yeah.
Set the temperature. Also, you're Beyonce.
Yeah.
Think of a better one.
Yeah, I expected hers to be a little more lavish. Like she's Queen Bee.
And another one, this is probably my favourite, I'll finish with this. J-Lo, she requested a bathtub full of Evian water.
What?
So not normal running tap water, Evian out of the bottle.
As in the sparkling?
No, I think Evian in the States, it's just like it's just normal bottled water.
Standard.
But anyway, the person that wrote in wrote,
Like to drink or to bathe in?
Well, I'm assuming to bathe in, because otherwise you'd just have it out of the bottle.
But then it would be cold. How do you heat the Evian water before you...
Maybe her and Ben Affleck are into cold baths together.
Maybe.
And they're getting sweaty enough. Anyway, the hotel worker that wrote in said, JLo requested a bathtub full of Evian water. I used kitchen water.
Yeah.
Yes, good morning, Melbourne. It's just Jack and Ash with you at the moment. Dina will be joining us from 6. Hope you're staying dry and just everyone be a bit more chill on the roads today.
Yeah, I do think it'll be a little quieter today because I reckon there's probably a lot of job sites that have been rained off.
Yes, or people crossing their fingers as they drive to work, hoping that they get there. That would annoy me as a tradie, though, having to get there, wait for the rain and for it to dump down and then be told to go
I
home.
reckon that would happen a lot.
I think it does, because I've got mates where that happens. Can't they just...
They have to sit in the
think
shed
ahead? Yeah.
and then wait for the boss to come out and say, all right, you're done, guys, go home.
Is that how it works?
I don't know.
Can
I'd
they
like to
call
hear
it the
from a
night before?
tradie.
Yeah, 13 24 10. Before we get to that, though.
I want to talk about astrology
Okay.
because it's a topic I find interesting. I don't know about you, but I've got friends who you can mention a star sign and they're like,
Same.
oh, yes. That means...
That's why we connect, because your star sign is water and I am earth.
Yes.
Like, cool, mate.
Exactly. And I mean, I do find it interesting because sometimes there's too many parallels between personality traits and star signs. But astrologers are losing their minds because they've looked into it a little deeper and realised that there are 4 star signs that appear to be most aligned with serial killers and serious criminals. So the 4 star signs, so if you're one of these 4 star signs, you're most likely
You're a killer.
You're most likely to be a psychopath serial killer. So people with Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini or Virgo star signs.
It's not us.
It's not us because we're Capricorn babies.
Yeah.
Which is great. I'm a little worried because the star sign that is theorised to be the deadliest is a Virgo, and my boyfriend is a Virgo. So
Oh, well, that's positive.
it's terrifying.
Good morning, Christian. It's Jack and Ash with you. Dino will be in from 6. And just before we were talking like 2 absolute idiots to every tradie driving to work this morning, how it works on a work site when it's raining, because with my mates, who are a lot of tradies, my mate Cam's going to be listening to this thinking I sound like
Morning,
the biggest
Cam.
idiot. How does it work in terms of being called off?
Yeah, so do you have to get to work and then the boss says we're rained off, or do they make the call before you have to set your alarm and get off?
Via
get
the
up?
forecast. Let's go to Nick and Wooler. Good morning, Nick.
Morning, mate. How you going?
Good, Nick. Tell us how it works, mate.
Well, there's 2 different types of people out there. You've got the union people and you've got the domestic people. The domestic people just get it done, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
And what about the union folk?
They're a bit weak, to be quite honest.
Oh, I feel like we're starting a war.
Like a bit of... Yeah.
Yeah, right. And let me guess, Nick, you're a domestic. You're a domestic dude.
Yeah.
Nick, you're in the draw for Nova's 10K day. We're also going to send you a double pass to Don't Worry, Darling, which is in cinemas now with Harry Styles. Ash and Yarra Junction, are you on Nick's side?
No, I'm not.
No.
No, I'm on the union side.
Yep.
So if you start at 7 and it's raining when you get to work, you have to sit in the shed basically for 4 hours. So you get to go home at 11.
Why do they make you sit there for 4 hours, even if it's
You've got
pissing
to
down?
stay there for 4 hours. You have to stay on site.
Why?
It might stop raining. So if it does stop raining, you get to go back out. But if it starts raining again, then you got to wait half the remaining time.
But on a day like today, where we know it's going to be heavy rain all day, surely someone can just make the call.
They can, they can relocate you, but they've got to give you notice well in advance. They can't ring you in the morning and say, oh, now you're getting relocated.
Do you guys then sit there, if you have to sit in the shed from 7, in a prayer circle until 11, just praying that it just keeps on pissing down?
Oh, a lot of blokes do. A lot of blokes. They're just on the it's like on the radar. Just about every bloke's looking on the phone on the radar, seeing what's coming.
I'd be making sure I'd be packing plenty of snacks on a day like this, where you're just sitting in the shed.
Well, I wouldn't want to be sitting next to you because there'd be muesli bars and almonds.
It's the Early Show with Dino, Jack and Ash.
On Nova 100.
So quick weather stuff out of the way. Is it going to get worse or better today? What do we reckon?
Well, in terms of how much rain we're receiving, it's not as bad as yesterday. But then obviously with all the rain that we saw yesterday, the flood waters are still rising. Like the rivers will continue to rise because of all those catchments filling up. So as I mentioned just then at the top of news, there's a major flood warning for the Maribyrnong River. So quite a few suburbs are affected by that. You're talking Essendon, Footscray, Moonee Ponds, Keilor. So a number of those residents are on alert. So bit of a watch out.
The radar looks pretty clear this morning as I refresh it. But it did yesterday. Obviously, it's awful for those regional towns like Rochester, etc. But where I was, like for a lot of people in metropolitan Melbourne, we were just talking about it in the office. It didn't feel as bad as I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, I've heard that comment a few times that the rain didn't feel as heavy, I guess, as we all expected. But then obviously further north, those rainfall totals were much... Like we saw 20 mils here in Melbourne. It's more than 100 up there.
Anything else to grab you guys' eye in the news?
I mean, the Saints coach is pretty huge news. Brownie's going to give us a deep dive at 6:10, but what's just a quick top headline?
Top headline, St Kilda and Brett Ratton set to part ways. He only signed a 2-year extension 3 months ago. So a bit of a bombshell out of the Saints today.
That means they've found someone and they're moving on him. Who the hell is it?
Who is it?
In the meantime.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie's
25K missing word.
It wouldn't be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without,
Okay, pretty easy game, Michael, in Dingley Village. Have you heard folks try to guess this so far?
Yeah, I've heard a few.
Yep.
Hey, Michael, in Dingley Village, is there an actual good village?
Yeah, it is.
Shops? Do you refer to it as the village?
Yes.
You've got a mini golf there?
Sorry?
You've got mini golf there?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, I'll put you out of your pain. Here we go. We're gonna
this postcards episode we're currently doing.
You're gonna hear the sentence.
Surely there's a vanilla slice in Dingley.
There'll be a drum roll and guess the word and win $25,000. Here's Jonathan.
It wouldn't be a day at the Melbourne Cup Carnival without,
Fight.
Hey.
Oh no, tripwire. Let's try again.
Did you say a fight though?
Fight. Yep.
Like punch on? Are you saying?
Sorry.
Like a punch on, Michael.
Yeah, like a punch up. Yep.
Nah, it's not right. Sorry, bro.
Oh no.
It's not a Jetstar flight.
No, we're not travelling from Melbourne to Brisbane.
But hey, we've seen some stuff in the past. Hey, Michael, you didn't win the 25. You could win 10K for getting on the radio. Have a good day, old boy.
Thank you. Thanks for that.
Oh, tune.
One of the great tunes.
One of them.
Good morning, Melbourne. It's the early show. Back in a sec. If you want to win something, maybe play No Amora real quick. 13, 24, 10. Good morning, Melbourne. Eliza Rose, an interplanetary criminal. You big on that one, Jackie?
I like the song itself. Who are the artists, though?
Eliza Rose, an interplanetary criminal.
Hey, is this a TikTok song?
It is.
Okay.
TikTok's made it big, so it'll probably die in the next 2 weeks, and we'll never hear from it again.
Oh, so do TikTok songs have shorter lifespans?
I feel they do. They
Okay.
traditionally go up the flagpole real fast and come straight back down, but that's a vibe.
You know what I miss in terms of fad songs? That Black Beatles song.
That girl is a real... What a tune. I forgot about that.
You forget about him.
We should dedicate a show to just sort of fad tunes.
Yeah.
Forgotten fad tunes.
The quick hits.
In the meantime.
No, I'm enough. No, I'm enough. No, I'm enough.
Do. Now, hey, good morning, Brad in Warrigal. How the hell are you, friend?
Oh, I'm good, you son of a bitch.
Yes. Now, hey, No Amora is a game we put a 30-second timer up, and you have to bang on about the topic we give you for 30 seconds straight without saying or ah. People freak out in this game, and some get to the last 5 seconds and just drop the ball then.
That's when the pressure really starts to mount because you can see the home stretch.
And my suggestion is to just go slow. Like, not too slow, but speak slow and just consider every word so that you do not say,
That's a good tip, Jack.
No, good chat, Brad.
Brad, your category is the torrential rain, and your time starts now.
There's been a hell of a lot of rain in Melbourne over the past couple of days. It's been pouring down. The north's really copped it. Out in Gippsland, it hasn't been as bad, but there has still been a lot of rain. Rain is little droplets, bits of water, I suppose you could say, And when it rains, the grass gets wet, the ground gets wet. Sometimes even you'll get wet.
He's done it!
If you're going to go outside,
Hey,
wear an
Brad.
umbrella.
Hey, you can keep going.
Brad, you can stop.
Brad,
Oh,
that
man.
was impressive.
That was like getting stuck on a bus next to the most boring person in the world. You're like, oh shit, we got
I feel like Brad and I would be friends.
2 hours, 2 hours of this. Brad, hey, impressive stuff. What do we
well
got?
done, Brad.
Brad, I'm going to send you a staycation package to the Seabull Hotel, the Seabull Melbourne Ringwood, local luxury destination and gateway to the Yarra Valley. That includes overnight accommodation with breakfast, bubbles, and a $100 Eastland voucher.
Oh, awesome.
Hey,
Thanks very much, guys.
have a good weekend.
Highlight for me was the definition of rain.
Yeah,
The little
I know.
droplets.
And you can get wet as well. Number 3, my third time last night going to see Hamilton.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Something's wrong with me.
Do you go with a different person each time just to mix it up? Or?
Well, last night we booked it ages ago with Pangy, but the time before that I just went alone
Yeah.
and like sat third row and sat next to this old duck and we became friends.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And she was feeding me M&Ms.
Yeah.
But not out of a traditional M&M bag, out of a Ziploc. So she'd prepped these suckers.
You sure they were M&Ms?
I was. The walls were breathing, so
Jill
I'm not
was
sure.
buzzing. You would become more and more irritating to sit with each time because you would know every lyric and you would sing it as if you are on stage with them.
Do you sing along?
I hear him sing it. You sing to the ads.
What do you mean?
The Hamilton ads.
Yeah, I do. But I'm not a dick at the thing.
No.
I wouldn't ruin someone's. It's like when you go to a concert and you get the one chick that's white girl wasted.
Yeah.
For example, I think I'm just haunted from this Taylor Swift gig I went to. She was just so smashed and so loud and singing over Taylor, and all I
was
could
next
hear
to you
was
at the Taylor Swift gig.
exactly God. No, yeah, just yeah. Anyway.
Or when they stand in front of you and don't sit down.
Well, yes,
Like
yes.
in Billie Eilish, there was like, you stand up for bad guy. I get it. But then the chick in front of me is standing up for Everything I Wanted, which is a song that like makes you question it all.
Yeah.
And she's standing up swaying. I'm like, sit down.
Just chill out.
Mind you, I was in a box, but still, sit down.
So each time you go to Hamilton,
Yes.
is there something else you notice that you haven't noticed before?
Yep, just like a movie, Ash. It's off the hook, and if you haven't been, you got a couple of months to go. And like there's cheap ones, you can go for $70 or whatever if you just want to treat
Tight Ass
yourself.
Tuesday?
Tight Ass Tuesday.
Do they do that at the theatre? Or is it just a cinema thing?
I don't know. I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
Tight Ass Tuesday.
I'm going to go.
All right, we got one more. 13, 24, 10 if you want to tell us anything, really. Any secrets you got? We haven't had anyone admit anything that they're ashamed of in a while.
Yes, please.
I
tell
love
us.
a confessional.
It's Friday. Get it off your chest before the weekend so
Correct.
you can go out,
And make new demons.
Yeah,
Because let's be honest, Monday, there'll be a whole new wrath of them.
So what you do is you call us and you go, I'm not proud, but... And we'll analyse if you're a bad person or not. If you do it, yes.
No judgment.
No
Maybe a little bit.
Let me get my list up for me personally.
Jackie's, the list of Jack's demons. Jack's got like just Dementors flying around inside him.
It's kind of like the confessional, but it's us on the other side of that screen.
I'm not proud of this, but ... 13, 24, 10. Can be anything. We got some prizes. Call. It's the early show. Sometimes when you do things you're not proud of, I just assume I'm a freak, you know?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now is people are going to call up 13, 24, 10 and say, I'm not proud of this, but tell us. And we'll tell them if they're even that bad, you know?
Yeah.
Often, whatever you think is bad, it's not even bad.
As to us especially, or to Dino and I especially, the things we've done.
Mate.
Oh, yeah.
Far out. Ash will be shook.
The
but-
deep shame, Jack, that
I know.
floods my body now.
It does remind me of the confessional a little bit. Did you guys ever have to do that?
No.
In primary school?
No, that's when you really break that down, that's a weird thing to do, eh?
It is.
Go and tell some dude.
Oh, as in like the Catholic sort of setup.
Yeah. I remember, I think you have to do it for reconciliation maybe.
Yeah,
And I
right.
remember being so stressed as a little girl about having to say what I've done wrong.
I
you
can
know.
see why. Like,
It's
that
so
whole
weird.
setup is,
It's really scary.
You're a child and telling some strange dude through a window
What you've done
your
wrong.
darkest secrets.
Was it like that in school, like you see in the movies, like through...
Not for
a window?
us. We had to just go and sit and chat to him. But it's almost harder face to face.
So even creepier. Good.
But this is a safe space, guys. There's no judgment.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us your
You're in your
deepest
car.
shame.
Safe as houses. Alan, off you go, friend.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hey, good.
Good, Alan.
Hey.
What are you not proud of?
Well, I'm not proud of it, but I cannot help myself watch a Seinfeld episode. I think I've seen all of them about 10 times. But I don't watch it on Netflix. Whenever it's on Channel 11, if it's on, I'll watch it. And my wife can't believe it. She goes, "Are you watching that shit again?"
Oh, right. So your concern is your addiction to the great Jerry Seinfeld.
Well, I love it.
Alan, heroin's worse, man. Jerry's fine. You got nothing to worry about.
You're okay.
You sweet, sweet man. God, I reckon he'd wait at the little red man while crossing the road.
Alan,
this guy.
Yeah.
He's not a rule breaker.
If you were to walk a day in mine and Dino's shoes over a weekend, you would never want to see us, listen to us, or even know about us again. You are the most innocent, kind human.
Although, you know, the serial killers always sound friendly, don't they?
They do. Never seen coming.
Alan, you're in the draw for Nova's 10K a day, and we're also going to send you a deluxe gift pack from Panna Organic.
Thank you, mate. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
God bless you, Alan.
So nice.
He is.
He still goes to church on a Sunday, I can tell.
Yeah. James in Hillside. Off you go, James.
Hi, how you going?
Good, man.
I drive a Holden Commodore wagon.
He's even laughing.
What year did it come out, James?
2001, so it's probably older than me.
Oh, is it from that when we're in the Olympics and they were all burnt orange? Remember those ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely burnt. There's no paint on it anymore.
So if you have such deep shame about this, why haven't you, found a new car?
I've been looking around, but I've sort of fallen in love with this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Mate, I couldn't understand more.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up my Suzuki Swift until the gearbox falls out while I'm driving.
But it has.
Yeah.
It has, yes, Ash. Good point.
James,
So-
what colour was it before it was had no paint?
I think it was like champagne.
Oh.
Wow. Is it a
Someone's a
manual?
flash boy.
Yeah. Is it a manual, James?
No, it's automatic, so that's good.
James, have you ever driven to the woods and made love in the back of it?
No, but yeah, I'd like to.
James, you're in the draw for Nova's 10K a day. And I'm also going to send you a double pass to The Woman King starring Viola Davies. It's in cinemas October 27.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
And 13 24 10, if you'd like to drive to the woods with James, you can call us.
It's the early show with Dino, Jack, and Ash.
On Nova 100.